On the southern coast of Sri Lanka, you'll find pristine golden beaches, vibrant palm trees, and more turtles than you can count. Having a landmass 6.5 times smaller than California, it somehow boasts 1,300 kilometers of sandy beach. Focusing on the southern coastline where most of the iconic seashores lie, it can get quite intimidating on which ones to visit. In this video, we'll explore the best southern beaches and make sure to stay until the end where we take you to our favorite beach in Sri Lanka.
Good morning, guys. The very first beach that we wanted to check out here on the south coast is called Unawatuna, and it's very popular for a good reason. It's looking like such a beautiful day. We've got clear skies. It's quite busy. There are a ton of restaurants right behind me as well. But one of the greatest things to do here is scuba dive.
And that's where we're heading to right now. There are actually a lot of different well-reviewed dive centers lined all around the beach. We kind of came across one called Seahorse, and that's what we're heading to right now. And the pricing is actually quite good. I think it was 30 euros per dive per person, which is among the cheapest that we've ever found.
After meeting our dive master, we got geared up and we're ready to head out. It was funny as we waddled with our tanks on through the beach while everyone watched us, but thankfully the boat wasn't too far away.
I had to put my muscles to work as we pushed the boat into the water and set off to our dive site, Gala Pita Gala. After we backrolled into the water, we began to quickly descend to around 24 meters.
The current was a little strong, as you can tell from the particles just gliding across the camera, and sadly, visibility wasn't all that great. It was also quite dark down there, so our GoPros didn't do a great job capturing what we saw.
We did see a lot of lionfish, a little nudibranch, and of course a variety of other marine life. Diving was actually so much fun. We just came back to the hotel in order to freshen up a little bit because we are going to head over for lunch. By the way, we are staying at the Melinda guest house and we're going to link it if you're interested in staying in the same spot. Now, diving though, I cannot recommend Seahorse enough. These guys were amazing. Afterwards, we actually hung around for about half an hour or so, just chatting with them, talking about the different dive sites, the different marine life that you can see. The guys are honestly just super, super nice. I'm going to head back to the beach. I'm going to look for a little spot to eat.
We stumbled on the Sand Beach restaurant, which sat right on Unawatuna Beach, but that was the only thing going for it. We took a risk as the reviews weren't great, but the setting was all right.
The food was underwhelming and cold. Our server tried to sneak a tip from us without our consent at the end, so needless to say, it's probably not a restaurant you should consider. We quickly got out of there, hopped into a tuk-tuk, and found ourselves at one of our favorite beaches in Sri Lanka. We ended up taking a tuk-tuk over to a nearby beach, which is called Dalawella. And by first impressions, we kind of love it, and we like it a lot more than Unawatuna, mainly because of two huge reasons. One is way more picturesque, and two, it is quieter. Unawatuna is quite busy, but here you actually get some peace and quiet. And this is a big rock right there behind me. That's called Parrot Rock. It's actually really cool. Lauren actually climbed up, got some really cool looking photos. Honestly, it was pretty sketchy how you climbed up, but you did it though.
It was a little sketchy. I really had to calm down those nerves. But I got up there and it was really peace and quiet over there. I even got to lie down for a little bit. But another great reason why Dalawella is really worth coming to is because there are massive sea turtles that come to the shore. So I really want to go check them out.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a little walk this way over to where the turtles are. We're gonna go and check it out. Hopefully they're still hanging around. I mean, come on guys, just look how pristine this beach is. You have the crazy beautiful palm trees right there in the back, and look at the nice color of the water. In these areas right over here, you really don't want to swim in. There's actually certain barriers over there. That's where you want to do it. The waves here are pretty intense, but if you love surfing, this is the spot. We're hoping to catch sunset here, but unfortunately it got super cloudy, so that's not gonna happen. We genuinely do like this beach a lot, so we're actually planning on coming back here tomorrow morning, earlier in the morning, to kind of avoid the crowds. As you guys saw, so many people were touching them and feeding them, and that's really not our vibe. So we heard between the hours of about 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., there's quite a few turtles feeding here naturally. So we're gonna come back here early tomorrow.
Now this is more like it. We got here around 7:30 and practically had the whole beach to ourselves. It took the turtles a little while to come closer to the shore, but once they did, they kept coming up to me because they thought I had food. Definitely freaked me out a bit. Just look at how massive they are next to me.
Hello guys from our next beach town. And this is arguably the most popular beach town in all of Sri Lanka, which is called Mirissa Beach. Now we came out here at about 8 o'clock in the morning just to walk along the soft golden sand without all the crowds, because again, it's so popular, which means it gets incredibly busy. Now right over here in the distance is a thing called Parrot Rock. Now, you generally want to do this during low tide because you have a little sandbar that gets you over there. Now, during high tide, the waves get pretty intense. So unless you're ready to get fully splashed, do this in low tide, which it currently is about right now. I don't know who built this rickety bridge, and it's honestly a little bit narrow with my backpack on right now. Ooh, it's just a little bit sketchy.
There's quite a bit to explore here on Parrot Rock. I thought it was just one viewpoint, maybe just seeing the back, so towards Mirissa Beach. But if you walk down the trail, you actually get to see the open Indian Ocean. So stunning.
We spent about an hour on Parrot Rock. It was actually really peaceful, just watching the waves crash against the rocks. We felt like we could just sit there for another hour or so, but we're getting super hungry. So we're gonna go look for a little restaurant, hopefully here on the beach, and hopefully it has a nice view.
We were walking along the beach and found Our World Wi-Fi Cafe. A little bit of a funny name considering that it's like a beachfront restaurant. We did read the reviews this time and it does seem like a lot better, so hopefully we won't be disappointed. We were feet away from the crashing waves and it's such a perfect setup for us to enjoy our breakfast.
We ordered a bunch of different things. We ordered a Sri Lankan breakfast, we ordered some pancakes, we ordered a Sri Lankan omelet, which I have no idea what that entails, and we ordered a couple of drinks. We actually got a lot more food than we had expected, and also we have 4 drinks for 2 people. So we actually got 3 different types of like juices, and we have a black tea. We didn't realize that the mixed fruit juice came with the Sri Lankan breakfast, including the black tea. But we did order an avocado lassi, and you got a, what is that, like a blended coconut?
Tender coconut juice.
That's crazy. So they take the flesh of the coconut, they blend it with the juice and maybe some lime?
Yes, there's lime juice in here.
How's it taste?
It's very good, very light. but also creamy from all that coconut flesh. How's your lassi?
Ever since coming to Sri Lanka, all I've wanted is lassi. It's a perfect combo of the yogurt mixed with like your fruit. Oh, delicious. The mixed fruit, amazing. The Sri Lankan omelet, essentially it's just a regular omelet, but they have a different types of veggie in there, like carrots, some spring onion, as well as regular onion. The Sri Lankan breakfast is actually really interesting. You have some rice, you have some noodles, you have a coconut sambal, which is like what, dried coconuts, but it's like mixed with certain spices.
Chili, shallots, lime, curry powder. It's like the Sri Lankan relish to have, and it always comes with breakfast.
And we also have, it's called dal.
It's a specific lentil that they use here. This we love a lot, actually. It's really good.
With Mirissa Beach getting busy, we decided to head east to Black Sand Beach. Dark patches of sand interlaced with a golden, coarser sand created a really stunning place to check out.
What's cool about the south coast of Sri Lanka is the number of smaller beaches and coves that are separated by natural breaks, such as Parrot Rock or man-made ones like the Rock Pier. We kept walking until we reached Turtle Beach, and I'm guessing you know by the name what we came here for.
This right here is why it's called Turtle Beach. You see all these snorkelers right over here chilling in the water. I guarantee you there's a turtle under there, and that's why they just hang around the same spot.
Thank you. Perfect. There are turtles in there, so I have to go and see for myself.
Good morning, guys. It is currently about 8 o'clock in the morning for our final day here in Mirissa, and we actually rented a motorbike, which is only 2,000 rupiah and it lasts 24 hours. So we'll do a little bit of self-exploration today, starting with Coconut Tree Hill.
We were actually here yesterday evening, but it was so packed, tons of people waiting for a sunset. So we decided to come here earlier in the morning, as there's barely a handful of people on this hill, and it's so gorgeous because it has like a reddish dirt that contrasts so much against the greenery around the tall palm trees that are just scaling up into the sky, and the Indian Ocean right in front of us.
After a half-an-hour ride on our scooter, we went over to Unawatuna Beach. And the reason we wanted to visit this area is because it's actually aligned with quite a few really beautiful looking cafes as well as restaurants. And the one that we came to visit is called Le Cafe French Bistro.
It's really cute. The setting here is so nice, very hip, modern, with a bit of like, you know, like a relaxed atmosphere. So it's definitely a really nice like surf town to come visit, especially if you want to visit nice cafes and restaurants.
So apparently there's a bit of a conservation here by some gentleman who we found randomly on Google Maps actually. So we're gonna go and check it out. And apparently he told Lauren that they had a bunch of new eggs come in. So we're gonna go and check that out. And then afterwards, I think Lauren may go rent some snorkel gear, hop into that water, and hopefully she'll see some turtles. We're just following Gayan right now. So he's the one who's kind of taking care of the little hatchery they have here. And he's taking us to the very eastern side of the beach. And it's super secluded because I kind of want to keep the eggs hidden from all the people. So we're entering it right now. Whoa, we got a whole setup here.
We spent a good 20 minutes talking to Gayan, and hearing his passion to protect the little hatchlings was inspiring. He told us how he kept them safe, going as far as to install surveillance cameras so no one tries to steal them. He and his team keep a record of the thousands of eggs incubating beneath the surface of the sand.
Once the hatchlings have hatched and they're ready, within the first 48 hours, they'll naturally make their way to the ocean. And so they'll come through on their own with the tube open. They'll actually like create a little pad just to protect them, make sure that they don't get trampled by predators or people. The turtles may make their way down into the deep water.
We'll go ahead and link his Google Maps location in the description if you'd like to support his beach bar business and take a peek at the hatchery yourself. It was an incredible experience that we cannot recommend enough. But for now, it's time for Lauren to get her snorkel mask and get in the water in hopes of seeing the turtles of Batigama Beach.
And for our final spot, we made it over to Silent Beach. And as its name would suggest, it is the quietest beach that we've visited. It's so much less busy than the other ones here on the South Coast. And as it turns out, it's also the most gorgeous. Like, look at the color of that water. It's the most turquoise we've seen. The sand is incredibly soft here.
Before we end this video, we do want to mention one final beach that you should check out, Harakatia. It's situated perfectly in a bay, making one of the best places to surf. If surfing isn't your thing, it's also a really popular area to grab a cocktail and sit along the shores with tons of different bars. With that said, we hope you enjoyed adventuring with us on Sri Lanka's southern coast, and we'll catch you guys in our next video.